Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to Fallout 4. Now, I am going to be doing a sort of a series of videos whereby I literally just build stuff in settlements. That's basically what it is. I'll go over the parameters shortly. I've skipped all the beginning stuff. Gotta pull this open. It's only so I can get the wedding ring, really. Right. So let's escape. So Vault 111, for those of you that don't know, was a Vault-Tec experiment to see how well the human body can survive being placed inside a cryopod for approximately 200 years-ish, give or take. It was all part of the Safe House project. Which, as we know, wasn't exactly there to save humankind. I can't get through there. Can I even go into? Yeah, I can go into these. So all of these chambers hold, well, the remains of a past civilization. We can go into the monitoring terminal, and it basically says everybody's dead, except you for some reason, and that goes. The game sort of goes into why you survived a little later on, but we're not going to be doing any of that because, yeah, well, the parameters. But we'll go into that, as I said, a little bit later. For now, I am literally just running through Vault 111, stealing everything that's not nailed down, and if it is nailed down, I'll take the nails as well. So a few things puzzled me about Fallout 4. Just a few things. My big one was, why isn't this vault a settlement? Because it's secure. It's only got one entrance, so if anybody tries to attack, they're restricted to only going in by that single entrance. And it's quite large as well, you know, they've got quite a lot of space in here for people. So yeah, that was a little bit puzzling for me. Alright, just want to steal that. We'll be back to this place to loot it a little bit more, but right now I'm just quickly running through it. This is the power generators. They were the... Ooh, I should know this. It wasn't the Zax. The Zax was the AI computers. I cannot remember the name of these power things. The power generators. Where's the other one? There it is. I'll take the rad roach meat. So this is not on survival, it's just on normal mode. Ooh, lots of stim packs, excellent. A 10mm pistol, even more excellent. That's got wood on it. Yeah, we'll come back for that later. That's the cryo gun. See if there's anything else decent in here. The thing about Fallout is, Fallout 4 anyway, is when you're picking things up, you're always thinking about what does this consist of? What material is this? So I'm picking up clipboards because they've got wood on them, and I'm picking up cigar packs because they've got cloth in them. Bobby pin, excellent. Oh no, I've got to open it up first. Open evacuation tunnel, that's the one. So the story behind Vault 111 was they put everybody into cryostasis, as they should have done, and then the bombs fell. And they had been given a rough parameter of only a few years actually underground, maybe sort of 10 years or something underground. And it sort of, their food supplies were dwindling, and there was a bit of a revolt because of obviously you lock people down here for a long time, and you while saying that you'll only be down here for a short time, and everything goes a little bit wrong. This wasn't designed to be a residential vault. It was designed to be very much an experiment. And yeah, so there was this revolt, and some people left and some people stayed ultimately. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the story of 111. And that door is now opened. Now we've been all the long way around. But yeah, it was never designed to be a residential vault. Oh, I can't use that yet. I was holding down my tab to turn my light on, and of course there is no... I haven't got my Pip-Boy yet. The Pip-Boy is on this fellow's arm. So let's take... or was on his arm before it was somehow disconnected from him. But yeah, that's the Pip-Boy. A little wrist-mounted computer. It's a very bulky thing. Nothing like an iWatch. And it was designed with an awful lot of pre-war technology in it, including some kind of a decryptor stuff that allows you to unlock vaults, which is why we were able to open this vault up, which was a bit strange, but anyway. So yeah, we've got our vault. The only way we can actually open it up is by using a Pip-Boy to hit the button, and then the door opens. I have to say that the door opening animations are pretty awesome, really. It's a lot better than the Fallout 3 things. I mean, you know, the Fallout 3 stuff was pretty good, but it didn't quite have the detail that these doors have. From what I can remember anyway, it's been a while since I played Fallout 3. My problem with it that I didn't feel it was a particularly good game, all in all. Certainly not very replayable. Whereas this, you can kind of go back to it every so often and build more stuff. And they really have sort of added in a lot of detail, which you just didn't really get in Fallout 3 at all. So, and it's just the sheer amount of needless detail. So lift comes down. They've even modelled these bits and the weights that come down to open here. So some weights are actually coming down. Where are they? Oh, there they go. Yeah, some weights coming down as the shutter goes up. Yeah. I've never really liked that. It's like you go through this whole procedure of setting up your character. You haven't really used your character at all. So why would you want to change your special attributes at that point? And why would you really need to change your appearance? You know, I want to leave the vault, so just let me leave the vault. New Vegas did it an awful lot better because you had a little bit of a chance to try out your special attributes before you actually left the starter area. Whereas this, you haven't really used them, and suddenly you're being asked if you want to change them, which is a bit weird. Right. Okay. So we are now outside, and this is post-war America. I suspect China looks very similar to this in this world. So there was a war between China and America. There was a lot of stuff leading up to it, and we probably will explore that in other videos. But basically all you need to know at this point is that America and China started a nuclear war with one another after quite a lot of bickering over oil. There was a war also in Europe and the Middle East, and when the oil ran out, all those countries, Europe and the Middle East right now in this world are gone. There was a brief bit of bit of nuclear exchange, but on the whole, it's not this sort of wasteland. It's more of an economic wasteland than a nuclear one, from what we gather anyway, from what the lore says. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of really, really nice stuff here. It's very retro. A lot of this stuff is very big and it's far larger and more bulky than it needs to be, because this is a world that didn't ever really discover miniaturization, which is why there's so many valve operated things everywhere. But they did invent nuclear fusion instead. So all of this stuff is nuclear powered. All the cars, all of their machines, they're all nuclear powered. And there are fusion reactors out in the world. Right, so let's talk parameters for this, as I said that we would. So the parameters for this is that I don't care about the quest line. If I'm doing a quest, then it's for a purpose. Either it's to gain a quick bit of XP, or to get settlers, in the case of the first quest that you sort of have to do. Well, you don't have to do it, but it's a good source of original settlers. But basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going from settlement to settlement, taking them over and building on them. And we're going to be doing some cool some contraption stuff. I bought the season pass before the price went up, and so I've got all the DLC. I will be playing around with the Vaults Tech DLC when it gets released on the 26th, I think. Possibly not on the 26th, depending on when it actually gets released. If it's released in time for my live stream, my Tuesday live stream, then I'll be doing it on a Tuesday live stream. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the world. This is the world we now live in. But over here somewhere, so I've got to find Codsworth. I've got to speak to him quickly, and then I'll go into the workshop and we'll do some initial construction. Yeah, okay, Codsworth. Yep, I'm home. He's actually got some quite funny dialogue. You're still here. I will just be skipping through a lot of the dialogue. Quite frankly, this isn't this isn't like a gameplay type thing. This is just me messing around with settlements. And I'll be talking a little bit about some of the stuff that they've done with the bit of easy XP there. Yeah, it's very robot. They got Codsworth nailed down so much. You know, how do you polish rust? You know, it's that sort of. I like Codsworth. He's quite he's a character who he can't quite understand what's going on. You know, there's been this nuclear apocalypse, and he doesn't really understand that the humans aren't necessarily there anymore, but he's just following his programming. Yeah, let's have a look. So yeah, we're just looking through. Codsworth has suggested that we look through the neighbourhood to see if Sean and Nate are around somewhere. They won't be, because they were taken by the Institute. But yeah, I will just be idly doing spoilers, because ultimately, if you want to play this sort of game, I suggest you buy it and play it for yourself. It's pretty good, all in all. Oh god, what are you doing? Yeah, he does sort of wait for you, whereas I just know where he's going to be going, so I try and run ahead, which doesn't go quite to plan. Am I going to have to use that? I am, aren't I? No, I can't use that through the window. That's a bit weird. Oh yeah, because I've been hit by those maggots. Yeah, so something quite interesting about the neighbourhood is that there is a lot of raw material here for you to set up with. I believe they're planning on doing something like that with the Vault-Tec expansion, where there's an awful lot. The vault is that you take over is one that was being built at the time of when the bombs fell, and so the only sort of survivor was the staff. So there's no sort of there's no survivors in there to really deal with. Right, so we've now got that quest to go and investigate Concord, but I'm not going to do that right now. I've got 4 minutes left of this video. I might go to 25 minutes, essentially. Because I'm now recording in Audacity, I can actually see how long a video's been going on for, because I can see how long I've been talking for, which is rather nice. Right, so, probably off camera I'll get rid of an awful lot of this sort of stuff, but I can sort of start scrapping things and getting things set up. So the base game gave you a few things like wood prefabs and some metal prefabs, and some fences, as well as, you know, furniture, decorations, power, etc., etc., all the way through it. Now I've got all the DLC, and it does actually tell you which DLC the stuff comes from. So if it's a little Deathclaw head, then there's stuff in there from the Workshop Arena pack. The wrench is Mechanists. No, the wrench is Tinker. The Tinkerist one. And there'll be a vault door for the Vault-Tec one, and so on and so forth. And the ship one is Far Harbour. I know that one. So yeah, you can easily see, and the plus sign just means that there's multiple things in there from different packs. And you can build things like generators. In fact, I probably will build myself a nice large medium generator now, because I've got the resources to do so. And then, those generators at the moment go all the way up to 101. There is going to be a 150 and a 500 one added in the next DLC. And then you can also add lights. Now, if I scrap that, I can then get one of these. I can get myself a proper street light, connect it to there, and I've now got a street light. So that's the sort of thing that we get to do. And we've got things like traffic lights and all sorts of stuff in here. There is an awful lot to play with, and that's basically what I'll be doing. So, those are the parameters. Basically, it's me messing around with settlements. I'm going to now go through and scrap an awful lot of this, clean up Sanctuary as much as I possibly can, maybe add a few things just to try and attract people. I don't think I have the ability to make a radio tower. No, I need crystal and copper, which is going to require a little bit of luck. But this, I believe, was the old house. There is a... No, it's not that one. Which one was it? Oh, it's the one with the Codsworth is outside, isn't it? I think. Yeah, this was the old house. So this was our old house. The family's old house. I'm going to take the comic, which will give me a little bit of an extra boost. But yeah, there's a few things around here to loot. The other... Oh, we've also got a power armor frame. Got a weapons workbench and an armor workbench as well as that one. And I just want to transfer all of my junk into there, so I can just store junk, and that's fine. Junk is a little bit of an odd term for what this stuff is, because everything's got a use in this game now. And there's a junk cannon, which is completely useless because there's no such thing as junk. Why would you want to throw a teddy bear at a Deathclaw if that teddy bear can be used to make a bed? There is also another workshop down there. Let's just see. Yes, there's a lot of different settlements around, and there's a lot of different areas where I would want to loot. So things like down in a little bit further down, there is the car factory. That's got quite a lot of good loot in there for the beginner. So anyway, so yeah, that's my plan. So with that, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.